The United States Secret Service is a failed organization. And not just because they worked in concert with the fascist insurrectionists to obstruct justice in the case, to delete thousands upon thousands upon thousands of text messages, not like a month's worth, but coincidentally, just on January 6th. What a weird data snafu to have thousands of text messages that would have given us a glimpse in, a clear eye about what took place and what the failures were. They just happened to be deleted on that day. Wow. Weird. And now they failed in the attempted attack on Donald Trump. The guy who took a shot at Donald Trump, they failed. The outer perimeter was absolutely breached by a dipshit 20-year-old white Republican to shoot Donald Trump, to shoot at Donald Trump. We still haven't verified if it was a bullet that hit him or something else. Who knows? It is funny, as an aside, that, it's a 20-year-old white Republican who takes a shot at Donald Trump with an AR-15, their weapon of choice, their symbol of patriotism. And they're blaming everybody else except for the member of their own party who did it. Up to and including the Secret Service, but not for the right reason. They're blaming it on women. Oh, there was women there. That's the problem. That's why. There's no way that a female could be a good Secret Service agent. And this is the party that millions of women want to take part in. They want to vote for. So I have a couple clips here. One is really going to point out the failure of the Secret Service, that the outer perimeter was breached by a dipshit, not some military maven, not somebody with expertise, not somebody with hours and hours and hours of training in counterinsurgency techniques and tactics. No. Just a goof, a stupid 20-year-old with an AR-15. So here is, and really this is chef's kiss on your outfit, brother. The guy, a rally attendee, was interviewed by the BBC about what he saw, and it really lays bare the failures, not just of the Secret Service, but also of local police. Bananas. Watch this.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farm and Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
That's the question. I mean, it's a poignant question coming from a goof. Why weren't there Secret Service on every roof? There should not be a vantage point at which a Secret Service agent in an observation post type situation can't see everything around. They need the high ground. And this is grade school shit that they failed at. Let me show you this. This is the layout. This is the New York Times posted this picture. The shooter was 450 feet away, roughly 450 feet away, about 420 feet. It's 140 yards where he was found dead after having been shot by a Secret Service sniper, and to Donald Trump on the stage. 420 feet is nothing for an accurate weapon like an AR-15, which, other than a 3-round burst and a couple of modifications, is exactly what is issued to the military, an M16A2 service weapon. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, which is a highly accurate, lethal weapon of war. So if here is a Secret Service sniper set up, why is there not one here? Or why can he, if they can't see the other slope of that roof, what are they doing? So this is either arrogance on the part of this organization, as we witnessed in the wake of the investigation of January 6th, or just absolute jackassery. There are reports that they're partners in securing the rally. Local police, a local policeman got onto the roof, made eye contact with the shooter, and then ran away when a gun was pointed at him. Can we play some patriotic music for the heroes? Back the blue, the thin blue line. Look, it should not come as a surprise to you that your life will not be protected by these cowards. But when it's the president, the former president of the United States of America, and they're running away with their tail tucked between their legs when a gun gets pointed at them, you shouldn't feel so bad that they won't protect your life. So there was an FBI press conference, and I'm going to play, you can't really hear the questions very well, but the way he answers the questions really fills in the blanks for you. And there's something missing that I want you to try to identify when you watch this clip.
From what you've been briefed on, it sounds like law enforcement only knew he was up there until shots were fired. Is that what you're hearing?
So that is the assessment at this time.
So are you surprised that a sniper was able to fire off a handful of shots at the former president? I mean,
again, we're still working through the security apparatus that the Secret Service had in place, what potentially happened. There's going to be a long investigation into exactly what took place and how the individual was able to get access to the location, what type of weapon he had. All that is really days, weeks, and months of investigation.
He was able to get off like 4 or 5 shots.
It is surprising, but again, to get all the details of that will come out later in an investigation.
Going back to the perimeter of this building, I think it's really difficult for people to understand that this building, a very high vantage point, some 100 meters away where this is happening, isn't burned up. What goes into that conversation of what is in and out and why wouldn't that be?
Again, the Secret Service really needs to answer that question. They conduct the initial site survey. They do the initial security assessments and determine where the different security locations should be, and they're the ones who are in charge of securing the scene. We, along with other state and local assets, are there to support the Secret Service and their mission.
Do you notice what's missing? It's the Secret Service. They're not even there to answer questions about their failures. And Republicans are pointing the finger at women. They're to blame. That is a wonderful electoral strategy, Republicans. Let's see how that pays off for you. Anyway, this is obviously a developing story. I'm going to follow this because I have been displeased with the performance and the ethos and the culture within the Secret Service since we found out that they deleted thousands of messages in the wake of January 6th and the insurrection. What do you think? I would love to know. I would invite you to this conversation. We can do it in the comments. That would be great. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please, please, please consider supporting this work. Support this channel for $2 a month. That's all it is, $1.99 a month. You can click the join button below and become a channel member. You can also go over to my Patreon page. Same deal, same setup, except Patreon takes way less money. $2. Patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for sticking around, your loyalty, your viewership, especially through these nutty time. Can you imagine if I had still been in Scotland when this took place? I already missed the debate and all the nonsense that followed after that. Well, I could have missed this. Maybe it'd be better. Anyway, I love and appreciate you. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.